what's up? It's me, Grizzly, and welcome back to another video. As you can probably tell, I'm playing a little bit of a different game today. I'm playing Phantom Forces, but that is not what the video is about. Today, I will be answering some basic questions and also some of your questions, so stay tuned till the end to see if your questions were asked. And also, we hit 700 subscribers. Wasn't that like a week? Like, geez, you guys are insane. Our next goal is 750, so make sure you subscribe if you're new, and obviously stay subscribed if you are already subscribed, and let's get on with the video. So the first question is, if you had a time machine, would you go back in time or visit the future? Personally, I would want to visit the future because then I could see like what the cure for cancer is. I could learn how to do head transplants, or maybe when the world is even gonna end. I could just do all of these things, and I could inform the present day and basically tell them what we need to do, how to make changes in the future, and how to prevent some mistakes from happening. Next question. Would you rather have a home on the beach or in the mountains? So this is kind of a hard question, and if I were going to answer it from like a standpoint, like if I was literally going to move today, where would I go? I would not only look at which one's prettier, but which one has more like probability, because a home on the beach is very, very expensive, and the salt in the air can like damage your car, and you would just have to like paint your house like literally every 5 to 10 years, and I don't really want to spend that extra money on just like my house, because living on a beach is already expensive enough. As for the mountains, it would literally take forever to even go to Walgreens. Like, how the heck would I do that? You know what I mean? Like, it would take an hour just to get down and go get a cup of coffee, you know what I mean? And on top of that, I'm not a fan of the cold, so that wouldn't work too, but the views are just incredible. Another thing is that I would always have to, like, pay for all these things to help keep my home up in like good condition because of all the snow and like all the weather, so it would take a lot of time to sort of make sure that everything is in order, and a lot of money. Personally though, I would rather choose the beach just because A, it's prettier, and B, it's close to everything. It's kind of close to like maybe a aquarium, or like a Walgreens, like I said before. I can go across the street and get a cup of coffee, or I could even just hang out on the beach. But the mountains is very secluded, and although I'm a huge introvert, I would much rather be close to everything. Next is, what food do you crave most often? Usually I don't really crave a certain food. I sort of just like crave food in general and just take whatever I want. But most recently though, I've been craving like these lime flavored Lays. Like, I'll show you a picture. I'll put a picture on the screen. But I don't know why, they're really good, and I've just been eating them all the time. It's kind of a problem for me. Okay, next question. If you could visit one place on Earth, where would you go? I would want to go to Japan because I'm very interested in their culture. I did actually try to learn Japanese for a little bit, but watashi ni nihongo wa amari yoku arimasen, which means my Japanese is not very good. So it would kind of be hard for me to do anything there, like without knowing their language. But if I could go there and like have a translator, I would definitely want to try their exotic foods, like mochi made from there. You can get mochi in like stores and stuff, but I want to try mochi from Japan. And they also have some just very unique treats, and I've heard that they have really, really good sushi. And although I'm not the biggest fan of sushi or fish in general, I feel like that I would want to give it a shot there. They also have really, really cool spas. They also have really, really cool spas. It's like they have wine baths and mud baths. It's like crazy. It's so cool, and I've always wanted to go to one. Next, what is your biggest pet peeve? To be honest, I have a lot of pet peeves, but mine is probably when people say that they're like superhero fans, and this is definitely like more girls, especially at my school, when they say, "Oh my gosh, I love Marvel because Tom Holland is hot," or like, "Because I think that all of these superheroes are hot," and they like just think that the characters are attractive and they don't appreciate like their backstories. They don't care for any of that, and they just say they're a real fan. And the problem is because so many girls at my school do this, is when I say like, yeah, like I'm a big Spider-Man fan, they're like, "Oh, is it because you think Tom Holland is hot?" And which is not true. I've been a Spider-Man fan since I was 4. I mean, the first PG-13 movie I watched was the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I watched the 1967 Spider-Man. I watched Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. I was Spider-Man a lot for Halloween and any other Marvel character. I was a couple DC characters, but that's not really important. But yeah, and I will show you proof right now. This is me when I was 5.
Spider-Man, from the neighborhood Spider-Man, in the house, anytime, can't you see, just around the window.
Yeah, that was me when I was 5 years old singing the Spider-Man theme song. Don't judge me. Next, if you could change anything about yourself, what would it be? I wish I was more available to hang out with people. So like I said before, I am an introvert, which means that I recharge my mental battery. Like, let's just say I went to a party, I recharge my mental battery after that by staying in my room, like maybe watching YouTube or drawing and just like being by myself. But an extrovert is somebody who recharges their mental battery by being around people. Like, they cannot be alone. They want to be around other people. But I feel like that I've missed so many opportunities of making new friends by being alone. And it's not that I don't like being alone. I really, really like being by myself. But at the same time, I also like being with other people and surrounding myself with other people, because I want to make new friends and find people with the same interests. So that's why it makes me really happy that I can find people on Roblox or just other games in general with the same interests as me, because I don't really want to go out and talk to people. It would just be better to type, you know what I mean? But I just wish that I was more of an extrovert, because I would just have so many more friends. And I already have like a ton of friends, but I feel like that I could just put myself out there more if I, was more extroverted and hung out with people more. Next question is, would you rather eat no candy at Halloween or no turkey at Thanksgiving? Oh my gosh, that's hard. To be honest, I'm not that big of a fan of candy. I'm more of a fan of chocolate. So, I'm just gonna put chocolate in the same category as candy for this. Honestly, I don't really have that big of a sweet tooth, so I would much rather give up my candy than give up turkey, because Thanksgiving is probably one of my favorite holidays because I absolutely love food. It's crazy. I just love mashed potatoes. I love turkey. I love stuffing. It's so good. So the first question comes from Gotcha Cookie, and Cookie asks, who inspired you to build, or did you just get into it? So my inspiration is probably Arcfinity or Silito, and you've probably noticed that in my really, really old houses, before I started doing somewhat good speed builds, I used to have Arcfinity's houses as mine. I used to do his speed builds because he's just has such a unique building type. Like, usually you see so many people doing aesthetic mansions or 2-story modern houses, you know what I mean? It's really just like such a cookie cutter sort of thing. It's just everything is the same. So to see his sort of rustic sort of look is just incredible because it's something so different and everything has their own look to it. I've never seen one of his builds look the same as another one. He's just so unique and he's just inspired me to do so much, and I've learned so many building tips from him. It's just crazy, and he's probably like one of the main Roblox YouTubers I've always wanted to meet. Creepy Mexican asks, what are some things you would like Bloxburg to add? Personally, I would want them to add more things for role plays, such as cribs and like baby bottles and stuff like that. But I also would want them to see more of interactive things. Like, you know how they have laundry and they have things like cleaning supplies? Those sort of things I would like them to add more of, so then you can add some more to your daily routine to sort of like fill the cracks of like your role play, if that makes sense. I guess I would want them to add like a way to wash your dishes or like do something better to clean your room. I just think it would look better if like over time your house could deteriorate, if that makes sense. So like your house would get dirty, or oh my gosh, you didn't take out the trash, now your house is infested with ants, which could branch off to more jobs, such as like an exterminator, you know what I mean? I just think that would be a lot cooler, and I think that they could branch off a lot from those additions to the game. I would also like Bloxburg to add more to their town. Although Copius's scripting is absolutely incredible, the builds, on the other hand, could be better. And I feel like that if they looked more realistic and if they added more to the town and it wasn't necessarily just a place for jobs and made it more interactive, then I think that would be a whole lot cooler. The next question is from Jolie Garcia, and she asked, have you ever thought about doing a series or movies in Roblox? So actually, yes, I am going to start doing some movies and roleplay once the town is complete, so I'll probably do that. I haven't really thought about doing anything like one of those Roblox movies that are like outside of Bloxburg, and it's sort of like one of those stories. Like, I don't know if you've seen the one, it was like a don't online date on Roblox. It was sort of like a popular it was a pretty popular like short film in Roblox. I haven't really thought about doing that because I feel like that it wouldn't turn out too good, but I definitely will be doing a whole lot of role plays and treating it sort of like a movie, I guess. So yeah, sure, I guess the answer is yes. The shopkeeper asks, I know you only have 700 subscribers, but do you sometimes or ever get recognized in game? Yes, quite a bit actually. More than I actually really thought. I didn't really think that that would happen too much, but every single day I go into a game, I notice somebody new who's like, OMG, I watch your videos. And then more people that piques other people's interest and are like, wait, a YouTuber's in here? And they're like, yeah, and then they find my channel and they're like, wait, I've seen your videos before. So, and these are some screenshots I have with you guys, and these aren't all of them, but here's some of them. And if you've noticed, at the end of my speed builds, I usually put a picture saying, oh, like, these are the people who were in the video, so, like, thanks for being there, thanks for donating, yada yada yada. Teal Panda XOXO asks, what do you use to record and edit on laptop? I can't find one that actually works good. So, I use QuickTime Player, if you didn't know. I get this question more than you could even imagine about what I use, and I use a Mac computer, which is automatically programmed with an application called QuickTime Player. And if you use a Mac, just go up to the Spotlight search and type in QuickTime, and it's one word. Just search up QuickTime and it'll show up QuickTime Player, and that's what I use. And then just go from that, find a video on how you use it, because it is a little bit confusing, but once you get the hang of it, it is like, it's like a snap. It's like a Thanos snap out here. It's real fast. Next question is from Glitchy Alex, and they ask, are you going to roleplay in your town when you are done, and can I roleplay with you? Yes, I will be roleplaying in the town quite a bit. I don't know, like maybe I'll do one video a week of a roleplay. I'm not sure yet, but yes, anybody can join me in the roleplay. I can just like maybe assign you a job, or you can tell me what you want to do in the roleplay once I sort of give you the storyboard, and that would be awesome for you guys to join me because it would be a whole lot more fun. Next question is, if you hit 1K subscribers, will you do a face reveal? I probably won't do a face reveal when I hit 1K, but if we hit maybe like 10K, 50K, or maybe even 100K, if I even get there. It kind of seems very far-fetched now, but I mean, with the amount of subscribers that I'm getting in like a week, I think that one day I could get there, but I'm probably not going to do a face reveal when I hit 1K. I just kind of want to wait till we hit a bigger goal. But if you want to see my face, click the like button and make sure you share the video with your friends and tell them to subscribe, because the faster we get to, let's just say 50K, the faster I'll do a face reveal. So yeah. So the final question I have today is from Escape the Night, and they ask, how do you make your vids fast? I'm going to be making Bloxburg builds. So what I do is I take my video that I use from QuickTime Player and I airdrop it to my iPad, and I use an app called Video Speed. You can find it on the App Store, and I use that to speed up the video, and then I go into iMovie, which is what I use to edit with, and I speed that up as well. I use the speed sort of bar on iMovie. So I don't just use the speed bar on iMovie because that's not fast enough. So I also use the app Video Speed, and that is how I make my speed builds. And it's also awesome that you are doing Bloxburg speed builds. I wish you the best of luck. Okay guys, so that is all the time I have for today. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe if you haven't already, so we can get to that face reveal one day and hit 750 subscribers, because we got to 700, so great job guys. And if I did not answer some of the questions that you wanted to hear today, just go in the comments and tell me what you want to hear, and I will give you an answer to your questions. So thank you so much for watching, Cubs. I love you all, and peace.
All you wanna do is kiss me.